How do you get her to notice you? Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fuck It! And that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Guys, I get this question a lot, and I think it's on a lot of guys' minds when they're single and on the prowl and they see that one woman. You know the one that you hear that song, This Magic Moment, all that fun stuff, right? Little butterflies, whether you're in high school, college, at the office, at the grocery store, at the voting poll, wherever you're at, you see that woman, right? And maybe you're in a situation where you see her often, right? So that would take place at work, or maybe she's a friend's friend and you see her at social functions, whatever it is, right? And immediately you're just mesmerized, right? You're looking at her, you're thinking about, like, your brain just goes to, how do I get this woman's attention? How do I get her to notice me? So you might ask around, say, you know, what is she like? What's her likes, dislikes? All this other stuff. And all of a sudden, you're not centered anymore. You know, you're not a man who looks like he has a mission, who is a guy who walks into the room and commands attention. You don't want to do things that get one woman to notice you. You want to be a man that's noticeable, right? Undeniable. You come in with your swag, you're dressed right, you're confident. You're the guy that doesn't give all of your attention to her. You know, the thirsty guy that is obviously trying to pick her up. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of a naive guy. I don't pick up on signals. I was really horrible at it in high school. What I come to learn years later, because Facebook wasn't around when I was in school. I graduated in '91. So people signed yearbooks, passed it around to, you know, whatever people, your friends. And I had crushes on a lot of girls, but I was like afraid to talk to them. And they would give me signals all the time that years later I realized and was confirmed when Facebook reconnected everybody. If you'd lost touch with people, all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, that girl had a crush on me, that girl had a crush on me. So some guys are pretty naive. I was one of those guys. I didn't pick up on any signals at all. I was too much in my own head, and if I did talk to a girl, I was terrified and thinking, what do I say, what do I do, how do I look? And I didn't really try to connect with her. I was connecting with my image or fantasy of her, but not to the woman, you know, herself. You grow up, you mature a little bit, and hopefully you learn some of these skills by trial and error, and usually hard lessons, unless you have good coaches and good advice, which now is very easy on platforms like this. So you get back, let's get back on track here. So women know, by contrast, how a guy feels about them. If a guy likes them, when he's flirting with them, you know, it's very evident to them. And, you know, like I've said before, if you're dating a very attractive woman, guys always want to have a beautiful woman, etc. But you got to know how to handle that, because if she's like a 9 or a 10, so to speak, to most men, then every time she goes to the gas station, someone's holding the door for her, someone's flirting with her, someone's complimenting her. It's just the way it is, okay? You need to be a high-value man that can handle that and doesn't feel threatened by that and show all these signs of jealousy. And then a lot of men will get controlling and try to, like, keep their woman from going out or being in situations where she's going to run into men. Well, I have news for you. Half the population is men. And men are very visual, and men think with the little head. You know what that means. So if that's you, and you can't handle that, and you're naturally a very possessive, jealous person who needs a lot of assuredness, number one, my take is you need to work on that and become a high value man who has confidence and realizes that he's the one that she will lose if she decides to stray, right? And you can't control that. You have to have trust. And first thing you need to do again is to work on you. Become a high value man. Why do you have those insecurities? Why do you feel inferior? You can't, live like that or build a solid relationship because you'll never have trust. So working on those things, and if that's, the case with you and you're not willing to do the work, you're probably not watching this channel, first off. But secondly, then you need to find yourself a 1 or a 2. Find some woman who's just not very attractive to very many men, and make her your wife. And then you don't have to worry. And you think it's funny, but I've known a lot of guys that did that. A lot of guys who married a woman who is not the most attractive, kind of girl next door, but not quite that, not even cute, really, a lot of men would think. And I'm not trying to put anybody down or stereotype them. I'm just saying what it is, what people think, and they may not voice because it may not be politically correct. But on some level, it's in your head, okay? So, they've been with those women. All of a sudden, years go by. Maybe they're married, have a couple kids. All of a sudden, she wants to be in better shape. She goes into the gym, starts working out, starts looking better, starts getting more attention from men. All of a sudden, she's transformed, and a lot of guys are giving her attention. They're hitting on her. And the guy starts to melt down, and he tries to discourage her from going to the gym, tries to get her not to wear workout clothes around, cover her up more. And really, it's based in his insecurity that he's going to lose her, instead of doing the things to work on himself. So now maybe they have something in common. They both have these banging bodies, and health and fitness might be more of a priority in their life now. It can bring a relationship up a level if you've got common goals and you're going in the same direction, because you'll understand when one person's not as motivated, one person could bring the other one up. So there's a lot of benefits to being with someone who has a similar lifestyle to you, especially if it's something healthy. Those can be really good bonding activities. So thinking about going back to that girl, right, that she's got your attention, you've got to have her, all these things, right? The infatuation, the eye candy, the whatever. That's not a good way to focus. That's not a good way to look at your approach. Your approach should be, and it takes a lot of self-discipline and a lot of work on you, and that's why I always tell you guys, work on you, because a lot of these things start to work themselves out, and instead of always being the chaser, you become pursued by those that are in your circle, or women at the grocery store, or what have you. You need to be indifferent, polite, nice, charming, but leave her thinking, wow, that's a very attractive guy. He's so nice. He wasn't she's used to getting bombarded with male attention. Guys trying to impress her, talking about their car, talking about their job. If you do talk to her as if she's a friend. Anybody new, don't compliment her about how beautiful she is. Things she hears all the time, because you'll just put yourself right in that same category as 99% of men that approach her, okay? You're interested in her, who she is. The things that people don't ask her, talking about current events if it's relevant, whatnot, but keeping it brief, leaving a little air of mystery, not spilling all of your laundry out, thinking, wow, we connected, we talked for 25 hours that day. No. You want to leave a little bit of mystery there so she wonders who you are. Give her something to talk about with her girlfriends, to wonder about you, wonder if you liked her or not. And then from there, it builds a little mystique, okay? And she'll wonder, well, maybe he does have somebody in his life. Well, maybe he's really not that into me. Women know what they like, okay? And if you are an easy catch, just boom, she's got you, whatever, like any other guy, whether it's for a relationship or just for sex, then what's the fun in that, right? Half of it's the chase and wondering. If she's not wondering about you and romanticizing the next time she sees you, and if you're going to give her just a little bit more attention, and spend a little more time with her, then you know what? It gets boring for women. Not that it's a game, but there is something romantic about a pursuit and having to work for something that you need to take into consideration when you're in the game of love. It's amazing how many people I've known, whether friends or clients, that they are infatuated with a guy that doesn't look at them twice. You know, he might give them a nod, a little smirk, but they don't know if he's flirting, if he's being polite. Leave a little mystery. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually what you want to do. So don't be the guy that's trying to get her, singular woman, noticed. You want to be the guy that's noticeable to all women. And when you do that, you'll be surprised how it's like pennies from heaven. Like, share, subscribe.